Oh, police! Come to the door. You come to no harm. Shots fired.
Crime never sleeps.
Taser, I think.
But neither
Stand still!
do the cops. Battling on the front line
Taser! Taser!
are Nottinghamshire's finest.
Stand by for impact.
Highly trained pursuit drivers, specialists in entry and search,
4 ounces of cannabis.
rapid response firearms officers,
On police! Show yourself now!
Police with a dog, stop!
and the crime-stopping force
Look at my arm!
of the dog unit.
Get down on the floor!
Wherever the battle takes them, they'll never back down.
Taser!
Because cometh the hour
Yeah, Bats, we've still got him. Up on the back wheel, offside of the road.
cometh the Interceptors.
Where are you from? Leeds. Leeds. Don't come to Nottingham again, will you?
Coming up. Interceptors are in for a bumpy ride as they close in on a wanted man.
Decamp at the testing centre. Stay where you are!
Mate, the way this smells, it definitely smells like something in there.
The knife crime team are happy campers following a suspected drugs bust.
We've got a bit of the mother in terms of everything that a drug dealer needs. That is kind of criminal business.
And
2 out.
Coops and Rambo are on the scent of a suspected shoplifter.
Police with a dog! Show yourself now! I'll send the dog!
Kicking off their Saturday night with an undercover op in the unmarked Beamer are firearms cops Dan and Rob.
So we're currently looking for a white Audi A3. It's linked to a male who's currently wanted. A few days ago, it's been reported that he's drove in front of the victim, produced a knife and threatened to kill him. He's got various warning markers for violence and carrying a knife.
Recent intel suggests the potentially dangerous wanted man is still carrying a blade, and the white Audi he's been seen driving has been on the road within the last hour.
The offences are mounted up against this individual. He's got a lot to lose, and he may try and do everything to get away from us.
To avoid spooking the driver, a fleet of plain cars are searching for the Audi.
There it is.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
But Dan and Rob take the win, finding it parked up and empty.
Around the block.
We're going to plot up on it with a bit of a long view. That's in order.
Stealth mode activated. Dan secures the perfect vantage point to keep watch from their plain car.
Would you be happy with the view?
Yep. We'll see the lights come on, won't we?
While Rob rallies the rest of the team into position on the surrounding streets.
I'd probably suggest you park up the other end, close to Bestwood Park Drive.
Lights out. Stake out.
As soon as they move off, we can go into a follow with a view of getting a preemptive box on it. Just a waiting game. We've got to have a bit of luck on our side that our subject comes back to the car. So we'll wait and we'll see what happens.
An op like this is all about keeping a low profile.
I love a good old classic stakeout.
But Dan and Rob are so well hidden in plain sight, their luck is about to take a knock.
Whoa. Shh. No, she's where we are. You all right?
Literally just reversed car. I didn't even see you. Were your lights on?
No lights on, but it's a parked car.
I literally didn't see you.
All right, okay.
No.
One of the sergeants, mind coming down to us, please? Someone's just reversed into us.
Don't worry. No one's here, are they?
with that stealthy, we've literally become invisible to the naked eye.
With a smashed headlight and their cover completely blown, the Interceptors are far from invisible to the criminal eye.
I don't believe the car's not there. Teaming with everything that's been going off, the vehicle has driven off.
Their wanted man might think he's managed to slip the net, but having had multiple units plotted up...
Yeah, I think it's held at Red 8, yeah, Calvin Road.
So, all the way down.
In fact, he's attracting interceptors at a rate of knots.
No, I'd like to change.
Directly behind the suspect Audi is a black unmarked Volvo. Moving into second place are fellow interceptors John and Jules in an unmarked Beamer.
Member of the public is out of the way. We are now directly behind you. I think you've got a third plain car behind us.
And back in the game...
Yeah, 3 in the stick.
are Dan and Rob. Plus another 2 cars behind for good measure.
Got 5 in the stick now, 5 in the stick.
5.
All set. The plan is to box in the white Audi after the upcoming roundabout.
At the roundabout. On the roundabout. Not one, not one. Not 2, not 2.
But it looks like the target is testing whether he's got company.
Not 3, not 3.
No, he's going to do it. He's going to go here, isn't he?
Once round the roundabout, taking the exit for fail to stop.
Close up, close up.
As the lead car attempts to move in front for a box, the driver floors it in the high-performance Audi.
And then vehicles now failing to stop.
Shooting over pedestrian crossings and through roadworks, the dangerous driver rampages through the suburbs, hitting speeds of nearly 80 miles an hour.
He's not taking these bumps very well.
But he can't shake the convoy of interceptors.
Taking the hill towards the roundabout with Fox Valley Drive. At the roundabout, on the roundabout, taking the first spur.
Back with the lead car, there's a Stinger straight ahead.
An attempt at Stinger failed.
Swerving to avoid the Stinger and nearly causing a head-on crash. The interceptors need to get the dangerous driver off the road fast. In Nottingham, 4 interceptor units, including John and Jules...
No, he's going to do it. He's going to go here, isn't he?
and Dan and Rob...
Yeah, 3 in the stick.
...are pursuing a dangerous driver who's wanted for allegedly making threats to kill, could be carrying a knife, and is doing everything he can to escape the law. Cutting through traffic and forcing other drivers to slam on the brakes.
Vehicle is squeezed through, passing another vehicle to the underside.
Whoa, whoa.
The reckless driver is causing mayhem on the roads.
Good right, good right. Pedestrian.
Going to attempt to get a box on it when we can. Approaching offside junction with Forum Road. It's a right Forum Road, generally in towards the estate. It's a further right, South Glade Road.
Carving through narrow streets on the estate.
Speed 40, approaching a further slow-moving vehicle that's now moved out of the way. Speed remains 40.
There's no opportunity for a box.
So it's doing a left from Leybourne, descending the hill down to South Glade, where it's a further left. And a right. This is going to be a decamp. It's in towards the leisure centre.
Everyone knows which way this is going.
Get him
running boots, Bobby?
I have got him, mate, don't you worry.
But he's doing the RA at the top. And there's a decamp. Decamp at the testing centre. Stay where you are!
Go, go, go.
Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Let me out.
Where's the dog? Where's the dog? It's Coach here.
With a potentially armed and dangerous wanted man on the loose.
Running through woodland and onto the park at the back of the leisure centre.
The team flood the playing fields.
From John, I've had a good view across from the football pitch. He's not gone left at the end.
He's potentially gone right onto Ridgeway.
Jamie, are you holding here? Don't move it, mate, all right? He's got out of the Ridgeway, apparently.
All exits covered, the runner is left with nowhere to hide.
What? That's him.
Why was so
I don't know why running.
Gav Hall scoops the main prize in a street opposite the park.
What's the person?
Put your hands behind your back for me.
Yeah, no, arrest me. Do what you're doing.
Put your hands time for failing to stop the police. Didn't have to say anything for me. I'm defensive.
Is there any other charges? Is that it?
It's later that.
Is that it?
Give evidence. For you, okay?
What other matters?
Under arrest for making threats to kill on the 9th and the 2nd. Threat. Over here in the corner, okay?
I mean, he's committed a number of serious offences, dangerous driving, driving at speed, putting loads of members of the public at risk. But that wasn't the main focus of this. The main focus is to get this man off the streets because he's dangerous, he carries knives, he's been threatening people. We've achieved that. One arrest for what we came looking for. We've got the man and he's under arrest, so great result.
After searching the ditched Audi, Gav and John found a large knife. The case was sent to Crown Court, where the man was convicted of dangerous driving and possession of a knife. He received a 12-month suspended prison sentence and was disqualified from driving for a year. No legal action was taken against him for the alleged threatening behaviour and failing to stop. Criminals are constantly evolving in a bid to fine-tune their trade and evade detection.
I can remember years ago when I very first started in the job, one of the first drugs warrants I went on, the officer said to the subject, "Are you a pot man or a box man?" Because back then people always hid their stash in either some sort of jar or pot or a small wooden box. So you just had to find the pot or the box. But yeah, things have got a lot more sophisticated since then. They can be really quite inventive.
Masters at unearthing more than pots or boxes are the knife crime team. On duty this evening are Dan and the team's Sarge, Matt.
We're Radford Boulevard, so we'll go down towards Alfredton Road and knock a left outbound.
A few streets away are Mike and Ken.
Yeah, we're knocking the noise off. We're at Beachdale Road, and we'll just have a bimble up to Aspley Lane in case he does pass us.
The tight-knit team are on the lookout for a familiar face.
He's a cannabis dealer, very much kind of amongst the student realm, target audience. So like we've had before, I've got a number of investigations for him that are pending a decision from the Crown Prosecution Service.
17 months ago, the knife crime team were tailing the suspected dealer.
I'll jump at me.
When a passenger legged it from his car.
He's got us with a taser! Stay where you are!
Clutching a bag of suspected cannabis.
Give me the bag! Give me the bag!
Both the runner...
You nicked him Peewits, yeah?
No, mate.
Yeah.
And tonight's target were arrested on suspicion of dealing Class B drugs.
And we're getting arrested for what? I've just explained it to you, mate.
And the suspected dealer's Corsa was seized. Tonight, there's fresh intel.
approximately just past the shops.
It's thought the suspected dealer is changing tactics, upgrading to a brand new rented Mercedes to try and operate under the team's radar.
Left, Tunstall Crescent.
Yeah, received.
Unluckily for him, Team Knife Crime are all over it.
We're behind it, I think it's the short of it. There he is.
There's only one way to find out if the intel is correct.
Hello. How are you? Open door for us, pal. Open door for me.
That's why.
You're being detained for a search, all right. Stinks of weed. Anything in the car, mate, you want to tell us about?
No, not really.
There's some intelligence saying you're still dealing drugs, I'm afraid, okay. Is there any drugs in the car?
I smoke, yeah.
You smoke? Well, been there, had this conversation before. He's saying there's drugs in the car. How much is in there, mate?
Have a look.
Have a look.
While Ken and Mike pat down the suspect,
You smell very strongly of cannabis.
Dan and the Sarge have a look in his new ride. It doesn't take them long to find what they're looking for.
Probably an ounce bag of weed. As soon as he said we've got anything the car needs to know about it, he said it's personal smoke. We know he's dealing. You know, we've got 5 jobs for him, so we know he's dealing.
Let's take a seat in there, man.
The suspected dealer passes a roadside drugs test, proving he hasn't recently smoked cannabis. Having also found a load of cash in the car, he's back under arrest on suspicion of dealing cannabis. An investigation with the knife crime team rarely stops at the roadside. With the suspect destined for a night in custody, the Sarge plans to cast the net wider.
He's become a bit more clever in his ways, diversifying. Every time we catch him, he's obviously getting a little bit wiser to our tactics. So we're now going to get some uniformed officers to his home address, which even now he's claiming he doesn't live at. We've got a set of keys which I'm sure will fit his flat, and then we'll see what we find. So now we've got that string, we need to just keep pulling and see what we uncover, but we know Mr. good for it, because over the years we've had kilos and kilos of Class B off him.
Unlocking it and going in.
With a hunch the suspected dealer could be hiding a stash of drugs, the team are eager to take a look inside his flat. Cash and communication devices are seized, but the flat is drug-free. With a firm grip on that strand, the Interceptors aren't giving up easily.
I think the keys fit here.
Yeah. So that's the fob.
Right.
That one fits here. Well, I've no idea where those two and that one fit.
3 keys on the suspect's keychain are unaccounted for. And the team think he could be trying to outfox them by running business from a secret lockup.
I presume this is going to be just like a border house or something.
So they turn their attention to seeing if the keys fit outbuildings near the flat. No joy. Ugh. Convinced there's a big stash under lock and key somewhere nearby, it's time for a bit of detective work.
So we're happy that's where he lives. Maybe he didn't want us going there because we've seized probably about £3 in cash, I suppose, in total. We've found what we believe is going to be a line phone because it's got loads of incoming messages, but it's pin locked. So we're going to now go on to where he was first picked up to see if we can find any lockups or garages there that these keys might fit. So we're just now continue to pull that thread. I'm fairly sure there's no garages down here.
The Interceptors split up, combing the area where the suspected dealer was spotted.
Caravan.
But no matter how many threads they pull, they don't find the missing piece of the puzzle. Time to channel their inner Sherlocks.
He's clearly got access to another house, hasn't he?
You say none of those keys fit that gate?
No.
Damn shame. If only we'd seen him 10 minutes earlier when he got out of the car and wandered off somewhere.
Did you go on to this area?
Yeah, there's no garage.
There's no garage, it's just a field.
Caravan.
Caravan on there.
Keep it there.
Elementary Mike. Mike's favourite film is Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. With 5 years on the force, his investigation skills may have just pulled the final thread.
Caravan. It's the sort of key maybe they've got.
Out on foot, the caravan has a certain aroma, and it's not campfires and toasted marshmallows.
We're getting a strong smell of cannabis around this caravan.
You stand on this corner, it reeks.
God, yeah, it does. Massively.
What are the chances one of the 3 keys will unlock the caravan door?
Opens it.
Fits. Yeah.
Either the dealer likes to holiday very close to home in sunny Aspley, or the team have uncovered his drugs den.
I'm after another 18, please.
Despite having the key, the team have to wait for the official go-ahead to set foot in the caravan.
Mate,
You can see a bag for life just hanging out.
100%. 100%. That is going to be loaded.
It's going to be loaded.
Mate, the way this smells, it definitely smells like something in there.
Oh, I can't wait.
The knife crime team have tracked down and arrested a suspected drug dealer. 1 bag of suspected cannabis was found in his car. But with 3 unidentified keys on his keychain, the team are convinced they could unlock a bigger stash hidden somewhere nearby. Interceptors leave no stone unturned and discover one of the keys unlocks this caravan.
Oh, I can't wait.
Warrant authorised, it's finally time for the grand unopening. Mike does the honours.
We're not all going to fit in, are we?
It's a bit of a squeeze.
Loads of weed.
But it's well worth it.
Oh, there's actually a full vacuum-packed dealer here. Like a dealer block.
There's large amounts of suspected cannabis and the remaining keys open padlocked storage boxes.
Oh wow, packaging.
What's the package in that one?
Containing deal bags ready to be filled.
We've got more underneath, and there's more here.
Plenty of cannabis.
And what looks like pre-rolled individual spliffs.
He's got the scales in here, where he's obviously coming here, splitting it all up and then getting it ready to do in individual deals. In terms of pieces of a puzzle, it's all there, and that kind of hard work and taking our time with it's paid off now, because for all intents and purposes we've got a bit of the motherload, haven't we, in terms of everything that a drug dealer needs to know about his kind of criminal business.
Do you want to go and get the Volvo? So we can put stuff in it?
Definitely do that.
But we're not towing the caravan with the Volvo, are we?
No.
I mean, that would be a sight, wouldn't it?
Stop! Not me!
It is you!
Caravan with knife crime team?
Could be a spin-off. After a victory in the great outdoors, the team head back to the nick to unpack.
It's just full of empty deal bags, basically.
My only thought process around all these deal bags is, and we're probably looking in excess of 1,000 there, aren't you? His objective is going to be to sell every one of those bags at probably a minimum of £10 a bag, depending on the size of the deal. So you're looking at potentially 10 grand's worth of sales opportunities right there. That's why he's invested time, money and energy in buying those fancy bags, because they're going to be more attractive to a younger audience.
And there's a final cherry on the cake.
Oh, hang on. Well, how many grand cash? I'm going to guess about 9 grand.
Oh, nice.
Because I think they've been wrapped in £1,000 wraps. So.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Our drug experts in force will do an equation to work out how much street value all this cannabis is worth. Once it is all weighed out and told to be cannabis, they'll come up with an estimation of how much it is actually, but a lot.
Experts estimated the drugs seized from the caravan of cannabis were worth just over 16.5 grand. The suspected drug dealer pleaded guilty to controlling counterfeit currency and possession with intent to supply cannabis. He now awaits his sentence.
In you get, good lad. Go on in. Good boy. Good lad.
It's the bank holiday weekend.
Oh boy.
But for dog handler Coops and crewmate Rambo, there's a busy shift ahead.
Good boy. Go on, in you go. Good lad.
They're working with a Rhodes crime team to collar a suspect on the wanted list.
Good old-fashioned shoplifter. Against the meat section, £50 worth of bacon. No cathedral cheese. Oh, he's got eyebrow on next one, 2 bottles of whiskey.
Cops suspect he could be using his mum's car, which has just hit an ANPR camera coming into the county.
Oh, we'll plot up here for that then. We are looking for a Vauxhall Mocha. 2, 3, 4, 5 shoplifting soon build up. Everyone else has to pay for it, so it's on the border now. Hopefully pick it off and meet them with a surprise.
Having worked together for the last 3 years, Coops and Rambo have got a few things in common. They both like chasing criminals. And their special skill is sniffing out suspects.
Contact with the Vauxhall Mocha, please. Derby Road, A611.
Coops is behind the suspect's mum's car.
Unknown amount of occupants as the windows are tinted. And we're lane on inside indication towards Derby Road.
Before he stops the Mocha, Coops needs backup. On the other side of the road is Rhodes crime team cop Dan.
A611, Mansfield, towards Mansfield, Hammersley.
From a 6-4, no view of occupants when it passed me, Coops.
No one knows if the suspect is travelling in the car. But they soon get a bit of the clue.
And we've got someone out of the vehicle now. 2 out.
Please, officer with the dog, stay where you are now.
One of the 2 passengers makes a break for it.
Stay where you are now. Please, with the dog, stay where you are now. Get on the floor now.
Mum's in the driving seat, and Rambo convinces her son, the suspected shoplifter, to stay put. Long enough for Dan to arrive and get him in cuffs.
Just put your hands behind your back, mate.
Leaving Coops and Rambo to concentrate on the unknown runner.
Was it there?
Who must have something they want to keep under wraps as they've made a beeline for woodland.
Please, with the dog, show yourself now. I'll send the dog. Fine.
Tracking the runaway scent, Rambo will either bag the bloke himself or flush the runner out of the woods, driving him towards waiting cops.
Come! Come here. Finally ready.
Clearing the woods, Rambo leads Coops out the other side. They keep pushing forward until
they've got him.
The passenger runs into the trap and is nicked by another unit.
Whew. The lads would have known our unmarked car, so they'd have assumed that the net's closing in on them. He knows the dog's coming. He's probably headed to the main road, going, that dog's not going to come onto the road, or so, and that's what's caught him. It's just a team effort, so they're pleased that he's got him, that we've got him, should I say. It's given me some exercise and potential to fall down this hill, so a good day out. Wait, Rambo, heel, steady.
At custody, Dan's dropping off the wanted lad.
He don't look like he's been bit, does he? He wouldn't be smiling if he'd been bit, would he?
And there's a brief reunion with the runner, a bonus find, who it turns out is also wanted for theft.
Come on, we're straight in.
No further action was taken against the man Dan arrested on suspicion of theft and burglary. The lad who ran from Coops pleaded guilty to numerous shop theft offences and was given a 4-week suspended prison sentence, fined £162 and issued an exclusion order banning him from entering his local supermarket for 12 months. From the mighty marked car to the stealthy unmarked, the Interceptors have a fleet of high-spec motors in their armoury.
I don't mind going out in either marked or the unmarked. I mean, being out in the unmarked is nice because you blend in with traffic and you get to see how people drive normally. But when you're out in a marked car, it's a little bit different because what you're then looking at is people's reactions to you. You've just got to adapt slightly to what you're looking for.
Early evening in Eastwood. As part of the knife crime team, Sergeant Johnny and Kingo's MO is to keep their eyes peeled for any shifty behaviour.
Well, if you go down there, there's some alleyways.
There's nothing unusual about a car waiting at the roadside.
310, so keep bothering you. What's the incident of crowd, please?
Incident 624.
However, hitting the gas on sight of a marked Skoda raises their suspicions.
Is it a lad driver?
Yeah. Shot at fire.
Kingo and Johnny try to catch up.
Straight up.
But the driver appears keen to avoid the Interceptors. And vanishes around a corner.
I don't understand where he disappeared to. He can't have gone that far. Can we go up to the main road?
At 6 p.m, the roads are busy. But Kingo and Johnny stay in the area, and before long...
There it is.
They have the mysterious Merc Man in their sights.
No, it's literally just dropped out of Eastwood. We're behind it now.
A blast of the blues, and the driver pulls over.
Hold on, Johnny. Hold on. Johnny.
Just about. And sure, if the driver could take off again, Johnny wants to get hold of him quick.
How you doing? You alright?
Oh, mate.
Just wonder what you're up to.
Oh,
just jump out.
Sergeant Johnny G's bugbear is drink drivers, and after 14 years on the force, he's quick to cotton on to the problem here.
You had a drink?
To what? Yeah, I've had a drink, mate, yeah.
Come over then. Your car, is it?
Yeah, mate, my car, yeah. Yeah, right, I'm coming with you. I'm not going to run away.
Yeah, no, you're not. Obviously, you're drunk now, aren't you? So that's why I'm grabbing hold of you. What have you had to drink?
Couple of beers.
You had more than a couple of beers, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had about 4 or 5 beers.
4 pints, okay. You done a breath test before?
No, I'm off at the limit, mate.
Yeah, I know you're at the limit, mate.
The question is, by how much? Kingo puts him to the test.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Mate, you've blown 91, that's a fail. The legal limit's 35, all right. So at this moment in time, you're under arrest for drink driving, all right? Yeah.
Drink drivers are thought to be 6 times more likely to be involved in a fatal crash.
You're stopping overnight?
You'll be stopped for a bit, mate, because you're spannered.
At almost 3 times over the legal limit, this drunk driver chose to get behind the wheel with his dad in the car.
Yeah. Is he local, is he?
Yeah, we'll give him a lift home. He's only just starting road.
Right.
So we'll take him.
Hey, who's it?
What? That's cameraman. All right, great.
With Mozza on hand to drop Dad home, Kingo and Johnny set off on the 25-minute journey to custody, giving the driver, who, as it happens, is a fan of the Interceptors, a chance for some self-reflection.
I love it, watch it every night. But the bad thing is, I always call people who get pulled over. I always think, you twat. I know what I've done wrong. Hold my hands up to it.
Everyone arrested for drink driving
Come this way.
is required to give an evidential sample of breath on the intoxilyzer machine.
Right, so nice deep breath in,
yeah,
and then start blowing and you'll see that box fill up. Keep going, 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 keep going. That's it. Thank you. Take a seat.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, that's worked. So we need to do exactly the same again.
Yeah.
In a second.
2 specimens are taken.
Come on then, stand up then. So exactly the same again then.
The lower reading will be used as evidence.
It'll give us a reading on that screen in the next minute. And then you know where you stand, yeah?
The results are in.
So you've got 93 and 94. So 93 will be obviously used in evidence, okay?
Still, nearly 3 times over the limit, the drink driver will be kept in overnight to sober up.
Not a drink driver at all. Just went out to the main, just thought it was alright, I wouldn't get caught. Obviously, play with fellas, you get your arse tickled, don't you?
Having played with drink driving, he certainly learnt his lesson when he was tickled with a 22-month driving ban and had to pay a total of £745 in fines and costs.
End of last year I was involved in a couple of incidents where we were hit by drink drivers, and I don't know, I just think it's unbelievable that people still choose to do it and think they're going to get away with it when ultimately they're going to get caught one day.
Still to come.
Anything in the vehicle that shouldn't be?
I'm not going to lie, I do smoke cannabis.
A drugged-up takeaway driver finds himself on express delivery to custody.
You either want your licence, at which you give the drugs up and you carry on driving, or you want to carry on using drugs, at which point you hang up your licence. You can't do both.
It's supper time in Mansfield and Phil is crewed up with Katie.
No, I'm sticking to my anchovy salad. Being good.
Before they get the chance to stop for a salad, one driver's slow reactions at a junction whets their Interceptor appetite.
I'll have a chat with him because I don't know if he was fiddling with his phone or something about Junction, but I'll see if there's any interesting sense in the vehicle.
After 22 years as a cop, Phil's policing pet peeves have become drug drivers, dodgy driving and drivers on their phones behind the wheel.
Hello, how are we doing?
And he thinks his latest spot is guilty of at least 2 of the 3 sins.
I was intrigued at why you were stuck about Junction, but it's probably because you had your mobile phone on your knee, weren't it?
Literally, that's my sat-nav name for my delivery.
I know, but we shouldn't be holding it while we're driving, should we?
Holding a phone, sat-nav or tablet whilst driving is illegal and can land you with 6 penalty points and a £200 fine.
You got a licence?
Turns out he's a takeaway driver, but Phil's not catching a whiff of fish and chips.
Anything in the vehicle that shouldn't be?
No, not at all.
Do we use anything we shouldn't do?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I do smoke cannabis.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Yeah.
When was the last time you had some? Genuinely? Earlier?
Earlier on today.
Yeah. You got any on you?
I've got a spliff unlit in my pocket.
So if I search you, am I going to find any more? No. All right.
With the offences starting to stack up,
yeah, I'll just take a seat on there, just push that across.
the good people of Mansfield could be in for a long wait for their chippy tea.
Oh dear, right. How often do you use cannabis?
I probably have about 2 spliffs.
Right, no worries.
The driver claims he last smoked cannabis 4.5 hours ago.
Because there's a smell of cannabis in your vehicle, you've got cannabis on you and you've confirmed that you smoked cannabis earlier, I'm going to require you to provide me a sample of saliva for a drugs test. I must warn you that failure or refusal is an offence for which you could be prosecuted. Do you agree to provide a sample of saliva for a drugs test?
Yeah.
More than 20,000 motorists were caught drug driving in the UK last year.
And what we're going to do is take a swab down each side of your tongue, down the centre of the tongue, and then the tip of the tongue. All right, I'm just going to have a quick look.
Convictions for drug driving have almost doubled in the last 4 years.
So what this does, this tests for cannabis and cocaine. Now we suspect the cannabis because obviously you said you smoked it. Do you use any other drugs?
Yeah, I'm on cocaine.
You did? We'll let that do its business then.
A drug wipe takes 8 minutes to give a result, which Phil uses to lay down the law.
All right, you need to make a decision. You either want your licence, at which you give the drugs up and you carry on driving, or you want to carry on using drugs, at which point you hang up your licence. You can't do both, all right?
Based on the drugs test, working as a delivery driver could be off the menu for the foreseeable.
It is going to be a positive. Do you want to ring your gaffer, just let him know you're not going to be able to complete the order? In fact, the formal part of it is you're under arrest on suspicion of driving this motor vehicle whilst over the specified limit for cocaine and cannabis. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, some which are later rely in court, and if you do say maybe giving evidence. And I'm also arresting you on suspicion of possession of controlled drug believed to be cannabis. OK?
After an awkward call to the chip shop boss...
Yeah, mate, I'm just letting you know, mate, I'm going to the PlayStation.
The drugged-up takeaway driver is delivered to custody.
Ultimately, if his blood's come back as though he's over the limit, then he's looking at losing his licence for 12 months, which will have a knock-on effect, because if he's a delivery driver, he's not going to be able to carry on doing that. But he's also got the knock-on effect for the business he's working for, because he was the only delivery driver today, so we've took him off the road, so they're going to lose business. They're not going to be able to provide food to people, and it might be that those people then go elsewhere, so the business loses out. So yeah, it's a big knock-on effects from one person's selfishness for using drugs whilst driving, and not only the fact that they're putting everybody else in danger from driving whilst under the influence or over these specified limits.
The delivery driver was proved to be over the limit for cocaine and cannabis. After his conviction at court for drug driving and possession of a Class B drug, he lost his driving licence for 23 months and also had to pay a total of £407 in costs and fines.
I'm searching the car then, there's just a fresh chippy takeaway in the front seat, and it's like...
There's somebody sat there waiting for their takeaway.
They're going to be very, very angry.
Where is it? I'm getting hungry here.
And the police interceptors are back next Monday at 8. A missing flight has award winner Archie Panjabi investigating whether it was a tragic accident or something sinister in departure. Drama to watch now on My 5. Coming up, meet the banged up inmates and military police pushing them to the limit. Court-martial, soldiers behind bars is brand new. Next.